Yeah, but it won't let me launch here. Is it just the same bug we were having before, I guess?
It's not letting you on the cat, or
No. It keeps telling me to hold position. It's just yelling at me anytime I move.
did you do request launch?
Yeah, yeah.
Roll left, roll left.
They just keep yelling at me.
Flight control. Copy. Flight control.
Yeah, I think you may just have to clear out and spawn back into a new jet. That sucks.
Alright.
Zero 023 taxi cat 1.
Rearming complete.
Checking in mid-30.
Lima Charlie.
What you say? Thanks.
Zero 020 taxi cat 3. Zero 023 is ready to go cat 1.
0 took taxi cat 4.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Zero 020 wait for launch. Taking over cat 1. Zero 020 airbound.
Tex, are we rendezvousing somewhere, or sorry, I missed that bit. I was restarting.
No, Wolf and I are about 20 miles directly, about 045 off the boat, so probably as good as any.
Roger.
Hey, what mid-channel are we in?
30 on A, and then if you're in Camelot 1, you'll be 31, Camelot 2, 32.
Alright, thank you. Oh, we're in Camelot 3. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be joining back in Camelot 3 there in a second.
Yeah, so if you guys want to go
Just
33 on
use
Camelot 3, that's fine.
Okay.
Copy.
And checking in Camelot 1, mids 31.
Out of curiosity, what's mid's channel different from your AM, FM?
So it's just a digital radio that's a part of the data link. So you obviously got to have your data link on for it to work, but it's basically just I'd say 2 more digital radios that the Hornet has. And the nice thing is that since it does work through the data link, if you got AWACS and stuff up, then the range is significantly more than what the FM AM would be. So if we're 200 miles apart and there's an AWACS in between us, then the data link can actually relay that between the flights.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Understand now.
Yeah, it's also quite a lot more bitrate, so it's nicer quality on SRS as well. And it allows, importantly, it allows people to talk simultaneously, like a phone conversation, rather than stepping on one another.
See, the thing is, I don't know if you guys are talking on mid's channel or on AM, FM. I can't hear you guys talk at all. SRS.
Can you hear on SOS now?
So did you actually put the data link on? Did you switch it on?
It's on, yeah.
It's on.
Book A is on 30 and Book B is on 33.
Okay. Let's have a
Volume's
look.
all the way up.
Yeah, let me have a look at the 33 real quick.
I see you on there.
Okay, I'll test it out for you. Checking in mids 33.
No, your name's popping up, but no.
Okay.
vocals coming out.
Okay. So if that is happening, we had that recently. If that's happening, what you need to do is have a look at your. You able to alt tab to your SRS itself?
Yep, I'm already on here.
Okay, perfect. All right, grab the IP address and just copy it to your clipboard just for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Now hit disconnect, and then
Okay.
where on the left hand side of the 2 drop downs where it says speakers and optional output, the left hand side just drop from there and just make sure that it's going to the device that you're using for your radios. So if it's your headphones or if you use separate speakers or anything like that.
I see now.
Yeah?
It was on default.
Awesome. So just select that device and then hit connect, and you should be good to go.
Alright. Let me try. Comms check.
5x5.
I only heard you through Discord.
Yeah, I had you on mids 33. Did you hear me?
I heard you.
Yeah. There's only the 2 of us on mids 33 right now, so that's
Oh,
probably
you're
why.
not seeing me?
No, you're not. It's their channel 33. No, you're not. Is your data link on?
Oh, you know what? I haven't started it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no
Oh.
worries.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So what was the? So when I called for comms check, you said, what was that repeat back? You said
I think this time I used 5x5.
5
just,
by 5.
Like, yeah, I guess it's like 5 out of 5, stars or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just heard so many different callbacks before. I didn't. Just kind of curious.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we say
Okay,
that.
you guys seeing me now?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we use Lima Charlie a lot as well, which is loud and clear.
com check.
Yep.
Loud and clear.
Copy.
I guess I'll mute myself on Discord.
Yeah, same here.
Well, this is going to suck for me because I had to turn all of my settings down to nil.
Yeah, that does suck. By the way, you're broadcasting at 30 FM on Radio 2. Check your mappings for Radio 4 for mids. 202 launching cut 4.
So what frequencies are we supposed to be on?
So like right now I'm on, when you get out of the like 10-mile zone of the carrier, you can switch radio 1 to 288.
288.
It should be like button 3. My radio 2 I'm just not even using really, and then on the bids, A will be 30 for everybody, and then whatever flight you're in, 31, 32, 33 on B.
Okay.
So the idea, like that 288, we call command. So if anybody's flying on the server, they really should be monitoring that channel. So that way, if there's somebody else, flying, you can reach them and figure out what's going on if you got issues or whatever. And then the mids A we'll use for just our squadron. So everybody in the squadron should monitor 30. So if you want to say something to the entire group, you do it on 30. And then mids B will be your flight. So that'll just be, your 2 to 4 of your flight will be on mids B.
Mids B com check.
Are you loud and clear, Mids B?
Yeah, that was mids A for me.
You heard me on both A and B?
No, we just heard you on A.
Yeah.
Welcome viewers, very much for dropping by. Sorry for the rocky start, we had some technical difficulties. And we're just taking off the area here for a little fun flight over the Marianas map. Just packing 3 bags, a pod and a couple of missiles just for fun. Weight and balance. Alright, checking in bits 31, who's on the channel. Two checking out 128.5, pushing 288.
055.
Looks like ED have so far only included the Scale 5 moving map in the Hornet. It should be 40, 20, 10, and 5. 160, 180 is 160 and 80 are not supported in the real jet.
So who was supposed to lead us out on the tour over the island, man? You want to show us? You want to show us where you used to live?
I can probably show you where I used to stay in the barracks, and then where I can live. Hey Turbine, you're not on Midge Channel 33, by the way.
Sorry, Voke A goes to 30, Voke B goes to 33, right?
Yeah. For our group.
Do you see me now?
Not on Channel 33, no. Now I do.
I'm honestly, I don't know what happened. I just turned it off and turned it back on.
That works. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself.
Checking in on Mids 31. Who's with me on 31?
Zero to 0, Lima Charlie.
Roger, roger. What's your location? You still on the boat?
No, I'm next to Tex, and I think it's Wizard who's with him.
Roger that. I'm heading that way.
Watch out.
So we're just gonna use this little nade trick. We have our helmet set. And these guys are only a short distance away, but right here in the setup for HMD, you can put the mid setup, and then you can increase and decrease your range for displaying all of these different items. So when you go to 100, you get 100 miles range on your helmet. Like so.
You guys just hanging out by the carrier, kinda? Because I flew out here thinking this was all you, and it's the refueler. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Wizard.
Loud and clear.
Are you guys by the carrier still?
I got you on my 3 o'clock. I'm going to head in your direction and rejoin you.
I'm on your 3 o'clock.
Okay. I'll form up on you, blow it there.
Roger that. I'm on Mids 31 if you want to hop onto that one. I'm Angels 14 left-hand stern max conserve.
I think Wolf and I are going to push in toward the island this next turnaround here.
Copy.
Is that you below me?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Hey, Wolf and Tex, what is your current airspeed, since I'll try to link up with you guys?
.250 in the box.
Copy.
Alright, we're going to punch in TACAN station 105 X-ray.
Is there a certain section on the island you guys want to start from?
Right at the moment, we're heading more or less towards the middle of the island.
Alright, eastern shore. We can head towards Anderson Air Force Base first, up north.
Roger, Comrade 1 will follow there. So scratch my TACAN, punch in TACAN
You want to
54
push out in
X-ray.
the lead if you're taking us there?
Trying to. What was the tag in?
We can make another orbit if we need to.
TACAN is 54 X-ray for the Air Force Base.
You should be fine. Coming up on your 6.
Visual.
Just reforming up on the front, okay?
I think you're actually ahead of me. I just realized that you guys are all in one big group and I'm behind. I'm just joining you guys now.
Okay. Copy that. Maybe I joined up on text then.
I think so, maybe. I kind of lost sight of you as I was going underneath, and I think they were just on the back leg of their circle or something, and close enough for you to spot them.
Oh, weird. Okay. I'll look for you on SA and catch up with you guys so I don't mess these guys up.
Roger, I should be on your 5 o'clock high at the moment.
I got ya. For some reason my HUD is not picking up, or HMD is not picking up names.
Yep, same here. I think the data link's dead for some reason. Don't know, maybe it should still be picking it up directly between the jets, even if the AWACS is down, so I don't know what's going on. Hey, thanks. You guys getting any SA at all? We lost all of the SA symbology.
I lost all mine as well.
I've still got quite a few contacts on there. I've got a big group off to our kind of 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I see everybody on SA, I just don't see the names.
Ah, roger. I don't.
Well, I'm on your 6, a little bit stuck to you, so I'll be there in a bit.
Roger, roger.
Turning right to the bearing 335. 3.
Alright, let's go down a little bit lower, maybe to about 10,000.
So I've been to Anderson Air Force Base before, but I don't know too much about it.
Yeah, I lost visual on pretty much everybody.
Roger, searching for you. Okay, for me, you're about 5 miles ahead of me now. No, that's strange. Kind of teleported you.
Yeah, I'm right over the island now. I was chasing you, and you disappeared.
Yeah, something weird's going on, for sure.
Oh, I see you now. Turn around.
Roger. I'll just hold off the coast, just short of the base. And I'm at about 7,000. 7.5.
Hey Tex, which comms should I mainly talk on?
So like I say, if you want to talk to the entire squadron, you would talk on mids A and then mids B for the flight. So I think we're on 32 for mids B.
Mids B132. Oh, on 32?
Yeah, just 3-2.
Okay.
We definitely want to hear all of your stories on 30.
On 30, alright.
I should be to your right now, Bloat.
Gotcha, sir. Perfect. And I got your symbology now too, but not the flight numbers. Strangely, just FA-18.
Yeah, same here. You have to be pretty close to get that for some reason.
Camelot 1 are just holding short of the base. 7,500.
Yeah, we just overflew Anderson.
I'm gonna turn right and orbit around Anderson. 3. So I'm not sure if you guys were familiar about the history of Anderson Air Force Base. Are you guys familiar with the incident that happened with the B-2 Spirit bomber and the Strato Fortress as well?
I don't believe so.
So, Turbine, you can correct me if I'm wrong. The B-2 Spirit, what I heard was that it had a collision with a bird, but it could have been a mechanical failure as well. Crashed on the airstrip down there. And the B-52 Stratofortress also collided on the airstrip. It's the only incident where the B-2 Spirit bomber had a
Pretty sizable airbase.
Yes, it's actually a key. It's a key role in the Marianas Islands. The main purpose of it being built was to deter North Korea and China as well.
Can anyone hear me on either MIDS A or MIDS B? I'm transmitting.
I'm not.
No, I cannot hear you, Mids A, Mids B.
Turbine, did you allow the auto connect? Did you get the prompt? Or are you using a preset?
I'm using a preset, but I thought I had that set up correctly.
Are you hearing us at all?
I've not been hearing anything for at least the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got disconnected somehow.
You might be having the same issue as I am. As I
Okay.
was.
I'm breaking off formation. I'm going to go into a holding pattern while I diagnose. I'm going to drop down to 5,000.
Roger.
And honestly, I mean, if we can just stay on Discord.
Yeah,
too,
let's
it'd be easier.
let's stay here and listen to
yeah.
the stories. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys.
No, no, you're
Don't,
good.
don't worry, you're good.
No biggie.
A lot different from using general aviation comms.
So is there any other specifics you guys want to know about? Like, you guys want to... You want to hear about the bullshit stuff too, or...
Absolutely, we want to hear anything, man. We're
Okay.
happy to be
Did you
regaled
go
by your
over
stories.
did you go over the lone survivor from 1973 that still thought the war was going on?
Yeah, so
Oh my God. That guy was awesome.
Yeah, so the history of that was that during the during the re-invasion, or the invasion of the Marines to take back Guam, when they were invading, the Japanese retreated into the caves and into the woods, and once they took it over, there were still Japanese POWs in the woods hiding. Some were caught maybe a couple months after the initial invasion, but this guy managed to survive until 1973. The way he was found was when locals were hunting and happened to see this guy in the woods in like palm tree clothing with like the fibers from palm tree leaves and everything. So in Japan he was a tailor, so he knew how to make clothes and sew and so on and so forth. So around 73 he was found and then brought back to Japan, and they awarded him a medal for surviving that long.
Oh, he left out the best part, man. To actually get him to come in and surrender, they had to bring his commanding officer to the island.
You're right. That's what I did forget. Yeah, they did, because he didn't trust them at that time, because he didn't know he couldn't tell the war was over or still going.
That's remarkable.
So
It was like 30 years or something like that, I think.
yeah,
Absolutely
it was like
ridiculous
in the
number.
70s. It was crazy.
And this was
And he was in
Guam.
he was in pretty good physical shape, because there's a lot of animals there you can hunt. There's from black deer to wild pigs, wild chickens. There's a lot of wild dogs and water buffalo. I can tell you that the ocean and the beaches have claimed a lot of lives, though, military service lives. When I was in, they actually had to shut down all the beaches for the air service members because air reservists would come in, check the beaches out, and either one or two during their deployment would not come back. So the command had to put out a statement and a direct order to ban the beaches for the time being.
What's the danger? Is it the currents or what?
It's mainly the rip currents was the main danger to this area. Especially the eastern shore. The eastern shore is actually the roughest compared to the western side. So the island is roughly 8 miles wide, 45 miles long. Takes about an hour to go from north to south, and I'd say maybe 15-20 minutes to go from east to west.
By vehicle, presumably.
Yes. So,
Unless you can run really fast.
yeah.
Or you're an F-18.
So, alright. I'm gonna break the orbit. I'm gonna head for a bearing 330.
Roger, we'll follow you guys. I think Wizard and I had the same idea. We took smoke with us.
I did too. Well, I forget what the button is to send it.
I'll do that. I got orange. I'll pop mine. Alright.
What's the keybind to turn it on? I don't remember.
You gotta set it.
Yep.
I can't remember.
There's not a keyboard for it.
I
don't think so.
Checking for you right now. Nope, not the default one. It's called smoke device on off. But there isn't a default keyboard.
You said heading 330?
Yeah. Sorry, changed the heading to 355.
But we're gonna roll out here. Where's it?
Cover that.
So on my left, on the bottom, is basically Navy communications base and testing facility. So it's also partnered with military contractors like i.e. Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, and other weapons design companies. So this is where they test their firearms, mainly just firearms, no ordinances. And this is basically the communication center for the base, for the whole island, the military infrastructure.
Is that in that area that looks like a couple of disused runways, or is it?
Yes.
Because we're slightly to your right. I'm not sure if that's the reference
Yes,
point.
that is correct.
That's the old World War II airfields.
Yeah, that is the old World War II airfields.
Gotcha.
I actually found out, as I was talking to you last night, Disciple, my grandfather actually flew in on a B-24 Liberator into that airfield there.
Nice.
Nice.
So most of the stuff I know is on the western side, so we're about to hit the western shore now.
Checking left.
The coastline.
I'm on Discord now too.
Correct. So there's actually a tradition here that goes on the island where the surrounding islands come to Guam or either Saipan or Tinian to hold like a festivals to share the cultures. So while I was in, they would actually makeshift their own handcrafted boats and actually paddle them from the islands directly to the other islands as well. So while I was in, they actually paddled from Saipan and Tinian to Chamorro Village, which is coming up in about 10 nautical miles. But on the left here, there's a significant area. There's a pretty common tourist spot, which is called Two Lovers Point. It's basically a folklore about like a couple coming over here, meeting each other at the cliff, falling in love, yada yada, kind of normal cheesy love story.
Yeah, I like love stories.
Would you know what the area is with like a round like it looks like a almost looks like a clearing that's deliberately round and there's like a couple of buildings in it. It looks like maybe an observatory or something. There's like radar domes and stuff.
Yeah, that's the communication center.
Ah, gotcha.
That's what I pointed out. So on my left here is actually the main tourist spot. It's a shopping district. These are not the correct buildings. It's all hotels, gigantic hotels and beaches and golf courses. And that would be called Tumon. And Gun Beach. They actually have leftover World War II gun emplacements from the Japanese sitting there still on the coastline. Not many people know it as well, but this island is actually renowned for one of the best beaches in the world, on par with Hawaii. The reason why not many people know about it is the locals like to keep it a secret.
They did a much better job with the water around the beaches on this map than some of the others.
They did, and I'm actually pretty happy about that because there is a lot of coral life around here, and they got the depth of it pretty well too. Nice thing about the island is if you're into outdoor stuff, you don't need licenses for anything. Hunting, don't need licenses. Fishing, don't need licenses. It's basically do whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
I guess the remoteness and the population size and is probably enough to keep it in check.
Yep.
So is Guam someplace you would go for vacation? Like if you had a choice?
Yes, I would not live here, but I go on vacation.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
is it
on
good
my
snorkeling there too?
Yes, very nice. So on my left here is called Nimitz Hill. It is now base housing for the captain, CEO, XO of the base, and also for the ships that are stationed here. And they actually got the streets right, or the roads right. So this overlooks basically Aspen Beach. I'll show you where Aspen Beach once I turn around here. So the significance of Aspen Beach is basically where the initial invasion of Guam took place, and is now a memorial park. So the beach basically to my 11 o'clock is Aspen Beach. So this is where initial invasion took place. Nimitz Hill is actually a lot higher than what it is scaled to. It is extremely high and a lot steeper. And they're actually, Japanese caves are riddled around the island, but none of us are permitted to go in at all due to unexploded ordnance, grenades, machine gun bullets, and during the bombardment. And the Navy actually owns the most land compared to the Air Force on the island. Alright, now to the place where I'm more familiar with.
Like this cove area is pretty much where the main assault
main
happened?
base. No, not this. It was early on back.
Oh, okay.
Where I pointed out earlier. This is Big Navy. This is Naval Base Guam.
Oh, okay.
So at this point, this is basically the main road. Right below me will be the commissary, the NEX, and naval supply as well. And
That's
right where
up.
I'm flying over will be base housing for families. Majority of this will be base housing.
Is this airfield here still active, or is it old?
No, it is also decommissioned. Actually, there's been a lot of accidents on that. It is now used as a firing range and for people to do random dumb shit, i.e. military MAs doing J-turns and rolling over their police cars.
You gotta learn
majority of it's-
somewhere.
Yeah, majority of it's for Marines to do their military exercises and for as well as their firearm qualifications. So right on my right down below is Polaris Point. Now this part is where I was mainly stationed, where I did majority of my work at. So the purpose of that is called the Emergent Repair Facility. The purpose of that is to repair forward deployed nuclear submarines, like for instance the Virginia class, and also the boomers that are only carrying Tomahawk cruise missiles, not ballistic missiles. Enlisted housing right below me. Barracks just stayed in basically on those long, very long buildings. On base beaches as well, Gab Gab. Popular spot.
What's this facility right under us right now? This kind of industrial looking thing on this little island.
Industrial thing? Oh, so that is part of Port Authority. So this is actually owned by the civilian side. So this is basically where they receive all the goods and cruise ships come in for refueling.
Gotcha.
So this is where all the goods come in. So the island does not tax their goods, but it comes in expensive when they sell it because they input shipping tax. So like the small party bags of chips, Doritos chips, is probably like what, $2 here. It could be $8 to $12 on island.
Jeez.
Yep. So
Yeah, logistics
Yes.
chains are expensive to small places that
Yeah.
are remote.
also down there next where that pier is at, if you follow that further down north past that bridge, is actually the only power plant that powers the city, and it's been there for, I don't know, longer than I was born, and it still is running. It is not nuclear powered nor hydroelectric. It is all coal and fossil fuels.
Funny thing, I actually went and did some digging in our records. Those boilers were actually built at our facility here in Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh,
That's
for
cool.
the factory.
Oh wow, and
Yep.
then shipped. Jeez.
Oh no, for the power plants.
Yep, for the power plant. Yep.
Nice. Actually, the best waters are near the power plant, but we were told to stay away from it because it might be, contaminated. All that stuff. Alright. Show you some of this up here. So this island actually gets lively once. So the only carrier that came through when I was in was the George Washington. And they are only allowed to pier in one pier on this island. It's the only thing that can hold them and the only thing that's certified for them. They are not allowed to pull in further into this base due to either emergencies and whatnot. So the pier to my 10 o'clock down below, which is not really rendered well, but basically looks like those bunkers. If you look down below that, that's the pier. That is November pier. That's the only qualified pier they are going. And it kind of makes sense because look how easy it is to egress out of the island in case of emergencies. And there has been instances where American submarines that pull into the port have spotted Chinese submarines trying to spy into the island and the naval facility as well. They also have sunken World War II planes inside that harbor and ships as well.
Nice. And is this a natural harbor that's been enhanced, or is that peninsula sort of just artificially formed? The thin one?
It was enhanced. It was enhanced. Alright, we'll go to the next spot, which would be naval magazine installation. This is the biggest area that the Navy owns. And more heavily guarded compared to Big Navy.
That lights. Sorry about that.
Nice.
To my left, all those housings clumped up together, that's more base housing. And right below me on my 2 o'clock, this is naval magazine. So this is basically where all the cruise missiles, tomahawks, and chemical and biological weapons are stored. Noticed by the green bunkers. And this lake is also owned by the Navy. A reservoir is owned by the Navy. Can no longer fish there, used to be able to. And they use that for testing amphibious vehicles and other systems that they have for testing.
This is the lake that's kind of like all sorts of bent out of shape.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
gotcha.
Kinda messed up, that's like the only lake here.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we just gonna take it over.
Yeah. You used to be able to fish in it, but really big bass can't fish, but
Was it a man-made reservoir or?
no,
natural?
it was not man-made. It's natural. What's this area again? So to my left would be Agate and Santa Rita. So the only cool thing I know about this spot, which I experienced myself, is that there's a bridge to my left. A little tiny bridge that goes over the water. So that spot's known for, if you stand there around 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning and look over towards the south side, or sorry, not the south side. Oh, sorry, the western side. You can actually see dolphins go up and break water. Groups of dolphins go up and break water.
Nice, that's cool.
After the sunrise, yep. Majority of it. See if I missed anything else. Asian tourism is at all-time high here, and the Asian threats as well.
Mm.
There's always tourists, even though we have signs in our language saying "Do not enter." Always trying to get into the base and try to test the guards as well, every single day, regardless.
Huh.
So there was an instance at Polaris Point where I pointed out where I worked at. A guard was new, and tourists decided to come down there, and he gave them the benefit of doubt to make a U-turn on their own. Little did he know that they did not, made it through that gate, made it to our gate, our first gate, got out and started taking pictures, like selfies. They were detained and the pictures had to be deleted. NCIS was involved.
Have you ever been to Fort Monroe?
Fort Monroe, is that here in the States?
Yeah, was it off of Virginia Beach?
No, I haven't.
It's still an active military fort, but it's opened up to the public to go inside the original Star Fort and walk around, and we did that, and lo and behold, we actually ended up walking into an area that was still owned by the military, taking pictures. Similar thing, they confiscated our camera, had to delete the photos, and
Yep. Did they bring you in the interrogation room as well, or no?
no,
Trying to sabotage shit.
yeah, no, it was. They understood at least. They were nice about it. They just they had to take the camera from us, delete the photos, and then hand it back and showed us where to go.
Dang. So all these piers are heavily fortified, heavily reinforced to withstand hurricanes. So within a month, you probably experience up to 6 hurricanes.
It's remarkable that everything's such low elevation. You're near the shores, near the piers, and yet it withstands all of that kind of weather.
That is correct. Yep. Also, but majority of the boats are forced to go out to sea.
Right.
Because they're afraid of the pier doing damage to the ship rather than the ship damaging the pier.
Yeah, that makes sense, because the landmass isn't offering too much protection from the rolling wind and the waves and stuff.
Yeah. In all honesty, they got this 90% right. Granted, I know some buildings probably cannot be put in here due to certain reasons, but the warehouses and everything else is pretty spot on.
Okay, this will be silly, but yesterday you said something about a gas station.
The gas station?
Yeah, like they modeled something, like from what you remember.
Oh, yeah. This is basically where I used to go get my morning breakfast at.
Nice. And I'm
That's
guessing
really about it.
you mentioned tall buildings earlier. I'm guessing they probably opted not to put them in, even if they could, because then you can have, the map can lend itself to the 40s as well, right? I'm guessing
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that makes sense. This game. Why not? That does make sense.
Yeah, I can't wait for some of the World War II videos to come out for this island.
The funny thing is, locals will try to get in here as well, into this pier, naval base, Guam, into the pier because of what is in the water, the fishes, the barracuda, and the mahi-mahi. They'll actually jump the gate and start swimming in there.
Oh, jeez.
Not authorized to. They'll call Coastal Patrol. That'll get handled with.
And so majority of this area we're flying over here is essentially all completely fenced off.
That is correct.
Right.
If you can, here, I'll fly low. I'll follow the road. The main road. This is the main road called Marine Corps Drive. It is Route 1, and they actually have marathons and triathlons that run from this base all the way to Anderson Air Force Base. Usually every Sunday, they'll close one lane. So this is the main road, Marine Corps Drive, that goes basically from Naval Base Guam directly towards Anderson Air Force Base. Right below me is the main road.
Yeah, you can just about see it quite clearly between the trees there. From where we are.
And if you didn't know, there's actually majority of the places here, they don't do cemeteries, or they don't have like they don't dig people into the ground kind of thing, burials. They
They float
put
away.
they put in mausoleums, like basically public mausoleums.
Uh-uh.
Hmm.
Yeah, I imagine the ground is pretty saturated with water here.
Yes. Yeah. So there's actually been a lot of
Bodies floating down the road.
instances of World War II explosives, weaponries, grenades, artillery shells washing up because of the monsoon season.
Oh wow.
So Navy EOD had to get called and take care of that. I know I'm leaving out something else.
What did you do when you were at Guam? Were you at MA?
I was a machinist, mate. I was
Oh, okay.
up with a submarine repair tender, Frank Cable, and Emery
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yep. I'm guessing you were in as well?
Yeah, I was AT for a while, and then I was a supply officer.
Oh, okay. Pacific, or you mean it down stateside?
I was in 14 years, so pretty much all over
You're
the place.
everywhere. So you've been to Guam before then?
No, actually, one place I didn't go. We pulled by. I was on the Nimitz when we pulled by. We were thinking about stopping, and then they decided not to. I was really excited to go there, though.
My dad was stationed at Anderson Air Force Base for a little while before I was born.
Oh, neat.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And he was career Air Force, 26 years, and so he actually
Okay.
went TDY there a couple of other times after I was born, but just temporary duty. So
Oh, gotcha. Also, were you guys aware of when North Korea launched their missile towards Hawaii? Their ballistic missile test towards Hawaii?
Just heard the ones Japan. I didn't hear about the wild one.
Sorry, not Hawaii. Yeah, you're right, Japan. Hawaii was
okay.
the false alarm one that I was talking about.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So the one in Japan, so that raised alarms here in Guam. To the point
wow.
that after that show, the USS Pennsylvania was coming here when there hasn't been a actual nuclear ballistic missile submarine since 1970, 1980.
Oh, wow.
They pulled into port, and my god, security has been so extremely tight. I've never seen it that tight before.
Oh, wow.
They actually had to call in us for volunteers to stand watch and stand guard with armed weapons, along with 50 cals and Humvees. The National Guard was calling into place as well to provide security for the pier.
Pretty odd as a machinist mate to have to do that.
Yeah, it was a odd command. I was actually supposed to be working on boiler plants and everything, but that changed and said you're working on nuclear submarines and sub-safe level 1 crap.
Oh, wow.
So, gotta love the Navy.
Oh, yeah.
So there was that, and get qualified SRF, which is basically the fun stuff. OC spray. I'd rather get tear gas than OC sprayed again.
Oh, wow. I've never been OC sprayed, thank God. Tear gas was bad enough.
Yeah, OC sprayed is a lot. It's not joyful. Especially when they purposely try to spray it in your eyes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did not want to do that ever. So you got like 2 worlds. You got MA and machinist mates.
Basically. So when carriers come in here, that's basically 3,000 to 6,000 crew members. How many crews are in a carrier?
Full carrier is 5,000 usually.
All right, so around 5,000. The incident reports when a carrier pulls in is stupidly high, astronomically high. Next day, I get email, maybe 10 pages long of incident reports from the George Washington.
Yep.
You guys know how to party. Let's see. The island was actually planning on expanding its Naval Base Guam was planning on expanding its territory when they were planning on shutting Okinawa down because of the ARI incidents and the unpopularity of the Marines being there with their incidences with the locals. Now, I didn't hear about this until later on, but I guess someone from Congress complained that if there's too many Marines on one side of the island that it'll tip over and sink.
Again.
I heard about that just recently. I didn't know about that.
Hopefully they were serious.
No, I don't know. But that was said, and the thing is, we are pretty close to Mariana Trench. I'm not too sure exactly how far, but it's pretty close.
I checked it out. It's somewhere around 50 to 60 miles.
Guys, I only brought one bag. I'm gonna head to the tanker real quick. I don't know how everyone else is doing on fuel, but I need to get some gas.
Yeah, I'm actually at 8.3 right now.
I'm at 4.5.
Yeah, that's really cool. Thanks for doing this, man. I learned a lot about Guam.
For sure.
Absolutely. That it just makes it so much more impactful. Like, you know, if you just jump in a Hornet and fly across it for like 5 minutes and you're done, you know, and it's so much better when somebody's actually drawing your attention to these little details that they put in. Thank you.
Is it kind of surreal flying over it, or is it like off enough that it just kind of looks cartoony?
It is kind of surreal. Granted, they couldn't render into. There's a lot of cliff sides. I know they couldn't get that because I guess they didn't want to add that because the trees add more detail to it. But there's a lot of rocky areas. I know on the eastern shore there is a black sand beach, and that is not present in this on this game. But they can't get everything perfect.
Or they just want.
Now we just gotta bomb a bunch of shit down here, you know.
The roads here on this island are actually extremely dangerous when it rains.
Oh, no doubt.
So I don't know if you guys know, but it's a mix of rock and coral. And you know, coral likes to secrete oil when it's kind of wet.
Right.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's extremely dangerous. There is also known as a 3-second rule on stoplights here. You are not to go exactly on green.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Hence that there are no traffic cameras nor speeding cameras anywhere. So a lot of people run red lights.
That's why. 3 seconds.
Yep. And funny enough, there's been a lot of car chases here, but I don't see how you can get away from a small island on a car chase.
Yeah. You guys have like Guam Fridays, like Hawaii Fridays, kind of?
What is that?
Like essentially, you pretty much don't work on Friday.
I wish.
Okay. What was the favorite thing that you did, like recreational?
Mine was actually go to the drag strip that they had here. Surprisingly, that they had one.
That's cool.
So it was kind of close to where I grew up as a kid. And also I like to hike mountains on here. I actually got to hike the highest mountain on the island, which is called Mount Lamb. It basically overlooks the whole naval base.
Wow. So your parents were military then, or?
My grandfather was 20 years in the Navy.
Is that why you grew up in Guam, or?
Basically because he retired here and my parents decided to stay here and for a little bit and then moved to the States.
Hey, Blow, what should the frequency be for Texaco 2?
I think it's 252.2.
Texaco 2 is 252.2. That's correct. And I guess the TACAN is 104 Yankee.
Yeah, I got them on TACAN. I just couldn't find the frequency.
Okay. I was looking at the brief.
Oh, the 252.2?
Yeah, 252.2 is the standard one.
Okay.
I think Bones said that in the Saturday pack we'll get the keyboards for this theater.
Not responded. It's maybe a short flight. Guess there's always Anderson.
Hold on a second. There is also a. Speedo said there was a. Yeah, there we go. Alert tanker from. There we go. 251.1 TACAN 101 Yankee.
I actually got to visit my school after 18 years being away. 13 years? How was it old? Yeah, 13 years.
That's quite a while.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool to be able to
enough.
go home and stuff and do that.
My same kindergarten teacher was actually still teaching.
No way.
Yeah.
And is
Small world.
the drag strip modeled in the game? Did you find it?
Over yesterday. I know where it is exactly. I can see it on the map. I can't remember if they actually put a road on there.
Right.
Oh no, it's actually on the map. I'm about to fly over it, but you don't see asphalt on the actual map in flight.
Gotcha.
There's actually a autocross course, road course.
Oh, like a track, some type of track down there.
Yeah.
Is
So
that by
basically,
it, or?
I'm flying over it right now to my left, which would be.
Oh, I don't know where you're at.
If you look on the map, you'll see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So this is basically the autocross road
Right.
course and also drag strip.
Yep.
Sounds like next adventure for me might be Guam.
Actually, that's interesting. So it's the shape of it is correct, like a road, but the texture is
extremely off.
Yeah, the texture is like sand and stuff.
Standing there. Yeah.
I'm sure they can fix that eventually.
Yeah. Still early access, I believe, right?
Oh yeah.
I think DCS is early access at this point.
10 years on.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it's come a long way from where it's began, though.
Oh yeah.
I'm not getting anything out of any of the tankers.
So flip your radio from FM to AM. That made it work for me. If you're trying to use radio too.
But the other islands I am nowhere familiar with. I've been to Saipan, that's really about it, but the only story I have for that is going out with my buddies the day after they went out and me having to run away from massage therapists trying to get their money back. The whole night. I didn't enjoy it.
You dashed and dined?
I didn't even get to dine. It's mostly just dash.
Oh no.
Dash and hide.
Good story though, I guess.
Yeah. The only good story from Guam. Not from Guam, but from freaking Saipan. I do know Saipan is pretty rich in history from World War II, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I think that's right.
So you're not in Guam currently, right?
No, I'm not. I'm
okay.
East Coast. I'm in Maryland now.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yep.
Sure, Guam's a much nicer place to be in, but
Prices are much better here.
yeah, that's a good point.
Mexico, 2-1. In field, 2-2.
Granted, I do miss the weather, though, right now.
Yeah.
When it's winter here, I kind of wish I was there.
1, proceed to pre-contact at 24,000 at 300.
Hey Wizard, you want to try and torture your headset a little bit, going lower?
Sure, yeah.
Alright, cool, let's
I'm
do it.
doing okay right now.
Cool.
Who's with the red smoke?
Bloat.
Oh, okay.
Altitude.
I've got Wizard on my wing. Oh, I see you.
I got boost.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm coming up on your 6.
Gotcha. We're heading down to about 2,000 feet.
Copy.
Turbine, I'm actually going to form up on you, Disciple.
Alright. I'm on Blood 6 right now. We're coming up on her 6.
Yeah, I'm coming overhead right now.
Gotcha.
Actually, let's stay on 3,000 because it's going to be better viewing angles.
No. Oh, we're passing you on your 12 o'clock. Oh, that's
Sure.
good for you. Still trying to get used to this formation flying.
Hey, no worries, man.
What's the speed?
251.
Copy. I'm going to overshoot on the right.
Roger. Visual. So this is a good opportunity to practice some formation overall, and it was pretty cool because like Wizard was just chatting away, you know, talking to you, for example, and I'm literally pulling them from left 30 degrees to right 30 degrees without telling him, and he's on me like, you know, perfectly. It's this is definitely one of the better formation flying dudes in here, that's for sure.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Alright, so who can I see? I've got Wizard, and I just there we go. Somebody's on Wizard's wing at the moment.
Yep, Sturban.
Roger. Now we're gonna make a left turn here. Coming left. So with check turns, and you know, stop me if you know all this, but with check turns, the lead will go no more than 30 degrees, but they don't have to go 30 degrees back. So right now, because it's a contained space, I'm gonna utilize all of that.
For the outside wing, how fast do we have to?
It really depends on how much distance there is. If we're really tight, then just like 1 or 2 knots is fine. If we're a little bit looser, then you know, maybe 3 or 4 knots. It really is so dependent on conditions that you kind of have to eyeball it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I constantly am watching bloat the whole entire time. I don't even know my speed. And then if we turn, I go up and then add a little bit.
Yep.
Because that's on the outside.
Yes, sir.
And then if I go up, then I can see him and he can see me, versus being under his wing.
Yep.
And the opposite if he turns left.
Absolutely. We're rolling
Yeah, I
out
need
at
flag
200.
this too.
And rolling out 200.
Ready, pre-contact. Cleared contact.
Sorry, you said 256?
251.
Yeah. I actually, it's kind of fluctuating between 250 and 251. I'm just gonna tweak it so it's exactly 250.
Copy.
There we go. That should do it. Nice. Now, another cool trick that you can do in the Hornet, when you've got 3 bags like you, Turbine. I had 3 bags as well. Just aft of your throttle is a external tanks management section, and if you put your obviously now it doesn't matter because you've used it all, but when you take off, if you put your centerline tank on stop, and then just monitor your fuel on the fuel page, then you can get rid of the 2 side bags much sooner, get much more range. You probably get another 50-60 miles just from air resistance alone.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking about dropping them, but I figured I'd use them to practice on refueling.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely fine.
And I'm going to try to nudge in closer here.
Yep, roger. I think you've got your speed brake up at the moment, sir. Turbine, that is.
Yeah, Turbine, your speed brake's up.
Thank you.
That's usually me forgetting that thing.
It's better than me. I had my gear down an entire flight once.
Nice. It's still up, by the way, Turbine. I don't know if you've managed to pop it down or not. Ah, it's coming down. Awesome.
Yeah, not sure what happened there.
No worries, bro. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's do another turn. This time we're going to turn into the wing, so I know that Disciple is on my left, but we're going to make a right turn. So check right.
Mexico 2, this is 215 moving up on left observation.
Good going. Nice on both sides. Hey, good job, guys.
Holy cow, I'm like sweating palms here.
For sure, for sure. Just don't worry about your instruments, like Wizard was saying. Just look at him and look at me. And actually, you're actually flying off of me, but obviously he's in your field of vision, so don't crash into him.
Because I can't see you.
Yep.
I pretty much fly sideways the whole entire time.
Yep. Good, but this is really good turning in. You know, a fingertip formation like this is not trivial to do. So even if it's loose, it doesn't matter. You know, you can dial that down over the next weeks and months. Okay, we'll be rolling out probably about 072. Safe state.
5.8.
Turbine 5.6.
Wait, what are we calling out?
Fuel state.
Oh, Disciple 7.2.
Roger. Rolling out.
Transfer complete. Disconnect. 200 pushing starboard observation.
And speed coming up to 400.
Mexico 2, this is 215 moving up to
400?
basket.
Yes, sir.
It's doing about 311.
quicker than what I'm used to.
And nose plus 20 degrees. No. Okay, hold it there until we get to 15,000.
Ready, pre-contact.
Clear contact.
And easing off. Speed pulling back to 350. I'm going to level off at 16,000. Okay, 16.8.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
And nice, everybody's still with me. All right, let's go. Let's go. Echelon left.
All right, one's moving left.
Oh,
One's saddled up left.
Visual.
Or two, I mean.
2's moving left.
Return pre-contact.
Got me on my bad side, bloat.
Just for the tanker visit.
Oh, okay.
try this.
It's good to mix it up.
Yeah, for sure.
How far out are you guys from the tanker?
We are 50.
29? Oh, never mind. Must have
Uh,
the wrong one.
Are you guys on Texaco too?
Yeah, we're on Texaco too.
Roger, we're 57. It's the TACAN is 104 Yankee. Okay.
2 settled left.
Roger.
3 moving left.
Roger. Okay, I'm going to start a gentle left, so just factor that in. Checking left now.
3 settled.
Good job.
Sorry,
Okay.
Disciple. I'm working on trying to get up close.
Oh no, you're good. I need to stop getting into people's wake.
Yeah. The best thing is when you're trying to saddle is actually go a little bit wider as you're approaching, because you actually get a better point of reference. Your eyes will perceive the change in the angle of the jet if you're coming from the side a bit better than the change in size. Yeah.
Okay.
Rolling out. So, and that will also obviously make you avoid the wake as well. So, just go wider and kind of edge yourself in as you're already kind of, almost abreast.
Gotcha. Now, are you guys holding barometric hold at the same time while doing all this stuff, or what?
I am, but
I'm not.
but none of the wingmen normally are. Yeah.
Okay.
Return pre-contact.
So I'm trying to give you as stable a platform as possible. So I'm flying barometric at the moment. Yep.
And what's your airspeed?
350.
350. Copy.
The tanker's at 24,000 and he's doing about 310.
Roger that.
Speed demon.
Yeah, speed demon for sure. Alright, pitching up, plus 5 degrees. Okay, good work. And gently left.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I almost ran into you.
You alright back there?
I'm good.
Yeah, I momentarily hit the ATC button and it just started dropping knots on me.
Road.
Rolling out.
Yeah, that thing is a dangerous TC.
Certainly gets your blood boiling.
Texaco 2-1 in field 1-1. Request rejoin.
Do we have anybody at no? Sorry, go ahead.
You said to come into the side and slowly edge your way in, right? It's the best way.
Yeah, I think so. Gives you a good judgment for the distance there.
Oh, it does. You're right.
Leveling off at 25.
Be cool if we did this for the other maps too. If anybody knows that kind of stuff, like geographic information about like all the different areas.
Absolutely. Be fantastic.
Obviously, we're not going to know as much detail, but if we knew like the history of the region and stuff, it'd be pretty cool.
Yep.
Cleared contact.
Just double check if this is the right. Because not responding to.
I saw a tanker fly by, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Make sure you're on AM.
2 tankers and an AWACS.
Yeah, no, we are on the right frequency, but I can hear you guys talking to it, but it's not talking to me. It is Texaco 2-1, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Texaco
What's the frequency
2-1
again?
in field 1-1.
252.
Request rejoin.
Right, coming left.
252-200.
Yep, 252-200. Coming left.
Proceed to pre-contact at 24,000 at 300.
I got the response this time. But it's really moving, isn't it? That tanker.
Request rejoin.
Yeah, like I say, we're doing like 310, 311 indicated.
Jeez.
So where are you guys inputting 252.200 at?
I'm using radio 2, so just punch that and
okay.
just what Tex was saying earlier. If you're using a channel that's already on FM, like for example the radio 2 was set up with channel 30 or 30 megahertz, then once you type in 252.2, you need to switch to AM by pressing the number 4 button on the UFC.
I see.
You can also use Radio 1 too. I do that way just because I have it bound to all that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I never rebound it.
Either one of those radios is perfectly fine.
Okay.
You got it figured out?
Yeah, now I can hear it talking now.
Perfect.
I was wondering why I couldn't hear anything. Oh well, I have yet to actually aerial refuel, so.
Nice. You just got to call in prior to doing it.
Yeah, I've gotten to that point, but I can't hit the bag or the what do you guys? I don't know what you guys call it, but
The basket.
the basket.
Yeah.
I have a lot of curves on my joystick, and it definitely helps formation flying and refueling and landing.
What HOTAS are you running?
X56.
Oh, you're running the same one I am then.
Yeah. You can set the curves in through DCS. Mine's pretty high.
Oh, okay.
But it definitely helps.
Oh, on the FF tune?
Yeah, if you're kind of all over the place, a little squirrely, it makes it so it's not as bad.
Oh, okay. I need to mess with that then.
Yeah, the secret is, you know, flying off the wing and then flying off the pod. So so you're never actually flying off the basket, because if you start doing that, you will just oscillate.
Yeah, which is what I've been doing.
Yeah. So you set the basket to roughly where the glass of the HUD. Sorry, excuse me. You set the pod, the refueling pod, roughly where the glass of the HUD is. You know, the top of the glass, and then you kind of come in from below, and then just pop up ever so slightly at the end. But yeah, everybody has kind of their own, you know, methods of doing it. And once you click, you know, it's just something that just clicks, and then, you know, you can refuel from that day on. Literally, it's like that.
Gotcha.
Takes a lot of patience and takes a lot of practice to get to that point where it clicks, but once it clicks, it's pretty amazing. I had the X52, which is a similar type of gimbal to your stick.
Okay.
And that's what Turbine has.
Yeah, and if it's well lubricated, then it's a perfectly capable joystick, for sure.
Yeah, I've never had any problems with it. It did get a little squeaky once. I put a little lube in there.
Yep. On the X52, I don't know about the X56, but on the X52, the swash plate kind of runs on the shaft directly, and it's actually the friction between the plate itself and the shaft, rather than the plate and the base, that gets you on there. So if you just put a drop of, you know, silicone grease on the shaft itself, it eliminates that problem. Because I could not refuel for the longest time, and the reason was I could pull on the stick perfectly fine, but I couldn't push on it. If I pushed on it, it was too much, because it was sticking just at that, you know, that very gentle movement. So.
That's what I'm having problems with mine right now. So I need a little bit of silicone oil and grease on here. Then.
Yeah, just a little bit of silicone.
I'm glad
grease.
you said that, because now I'm gonna have to do that.
Basically, it should really, like, I don't know what the strength of the spring is on the X56, but on the X52 it's quite weak. So you should really be able to just move the joystick in every direction with your pinky, with the same amount of ease. You know, that for refueling, for me, that definitely did it.
Yeah, mine's different. All four directions, different type of pressure. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I actually stripped the whole thing before, because there wasn't really any good tutorials online on like how to maintain it properly, because it really isn't, you know, it's not a stick that people maintain. It's just something they buy and use for a bit. And I finally found some random dude that was saying, you know, don't use any of these greases, don't use this, don't use that, just a little, you know, just clean it, and then just a little bit drop of silicone grease, and sure enough, it was that stiction between the shaft and the swash plate that was causing it.
Now, when you put the drop on, did you just leave it, or did you actually wipe it all down with a cloth?
No, so I literally just pull the spring back with my fingers, so I can stick the grease, you know, bottle nozzle in there, and just gently touch it, like maybe in total like 3 or 4 drops around the whole shaft, and then just work it up and down with the swash plate, and it stays lubricated well for like a couple of months, no problem.
Cool, thank you.
Okay, looks like, according to my TACAN, we're approaching the tanker. Is it in the turn? Thanks.
Confirmed.
Like it is. Yeah.
Roger. Alright.
And Wolf and I are looks like it's just leveling out. Wolf and I are starboard about 500 feet up.
Roger.
I'm sorry, it was 252.2 in FM.
AM. Yeah, I've got visual. Let's keep ourselves in this bank for now.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, am I doing something to you, Disciple?
No, I'm gonna go on the right echelon. I can't. I don't want to collide with anyone
No worries.
because of my stick issues.
We're doing 350 right now because I'm at
Yes.
350 and I'm dropping behind.
No, 350 indicated at 25,000.
Yeah, check your speed brake again, maybe.
Nope, shows down.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I go a little faster, you know. I'm just flying off of him.
I'm at
So
353
I go
right
like
now.
351 about.
That's strange. I'm locked in at ATC at 350.
I'm at 353 locked in.
Roger. Alright, rolling out a little bit. Okay, so we were 6 miles behind the tanker now. And looks like indeed it is leveled out, so I'm gonna check back right to 065.
Just calling out state 2.9 right now for turbine.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, are you comfortable refueling, Turbine?
I think so.
Go ahead and rejoin. You'll be the first one on observation left.
Alright.
No pressure.
It's alright, there's 2 nozzles, we can always grab the other one while you're...
2-1, infield 3-1, request rejoin. Infield 3-1, technical 2-1, proceed to pre-contact at 24,000 at 300.
Hey, it worked.
Yep.
Nice.
I guess I'm finally flying information somewhat.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah,
Looking good.
looking good.
Turbine man's just sitting out here trying to stay in place.
You can edge out ahead, Turbine. No problem. Go ahead and
Okay, moving forward.
yeah, move forward. Join him on his left wing and proceed.
He just started left-hand turn.
Roger.
Oh, great.
Yeah, by the time you get there, it'll be almost done. So, are you familiar with the degrees when he's turning and stuff like that? It's 10 degrees, so it's not quite anywhere on the dividers, because the first divider is 5 degrees, right? So
No, I've only been able to get in the basket once, and that was back when the first day I joined.
Roger.
Right.
I'm gonna dive down a little bit, so we're a little bit lower. So yeah, the tankers turn at a 10-degree bank angle. So you know, of course you can fly visually off their wings, but if you are relying on your HUD, then it's just in between that small marker and the big marker.
Copy. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I went to got off push to talk,
All good.
especially for doing this. I don't like the low visual resolution I've got set up right now, so this is going to be tough.
No worries, there's 2 baskets, and if you can't do it, then not a big deal. But yeah, I think Speedo needs to definitely dial these back down a little bit.
Oh, use speed? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
It's a
the
little
normal
fast.
speed you guys set them to?
A second.
What's the normal airspeed you guys set the tankers to?
Like at this altitude, they really shouldn't be doing more than like 250, 270.
I was going to say, it sounded like that's what he was doing last time.
Yeah.
Or back when I first joined.
Yeah, I think Speedo dialed them up because they were way too slow, and I think he overdid it a lot. Because you don't get to set the airspeed for the tankers or for any aircraft for that matter. It's just ground speed that you get to set, so it's or max speed, so it's easy to mess it up.
And you said, Tex, you said he was doing about 310?
Affirm, 310, 311, somewhere in there.
Copy.
Bloat slowing down and slotting in observation left.
Oh no, I'm starting to get frame lag. Oh shit.
Once we're done, I'll help you straighten that out if I can.
Sure. Oh. Come on.
Ready, pre-contact. Clear contact.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
You got it. Just take your time, man.
Alright, who's I'm on the 5.2. Anybody got lower?
I'm at 2.6.
Alright, wanna take the right basket?
Sure. What about the other person?
Oh yeah,
3.9.
Roger.
Are you good at refueling, or?
No, you can go
Very
first.
nice.
Well, if you're, I'm pretty decent. So if you need time, it's better if you go first.
Yeah, for sure. Let's
Well,
try.
you have less fuel than I do, right?
Damn it.
Yeah.
You can go.
Not by
Right.
much.
Hey, good job. Look at
Get
that.
in there quick.
He's refueling. First shot.
Nice. Good job,
Oh,
man.
a second or third shot.
All good, man.
And I'm like shaking here because I'm so scared. What? Oh!
You're good.
Somebody. No, it disconnected from me.
Yeah, looks like you drifted a little bit up. That's why I think it
Gotcha.
just broke the tension on the hose. So
Gotcha, okay.
reset back and come back a little bit lower.
Yeah. Yep, I see.
And like for me, that visual in the pod of having that pod of the pod on the tanker wing in the center of the HUD, the top of the glass on that edge.
Yeah.
Like even after you connect, just keep it there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm trying to. The problem I'm getting is a lot of my frames are just dropping on me. So I see it go in, and then I'm trying to adjust the pod position.
Roger.
Yeah, that makes it tough.
Oh, he looks like he's leveling out. Oh, thank
Yep,
gosh.
he is.
Whew, let's try this again. Whoa, too fast, too fast.
Ready, pre-contact. Cleared contact. Contact. You're taking fuel. Contact.
Nice.
Taking fuel.
I'm keeping quiet.
It's okay. I'm doing it now.
Return pre-contact.
Oh.
Yeah, it sucks when you get frame drops like that. Sure.
Ah, damn it.
We're just going back to the boat, right? After we're done.
Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
just
it's
get on
time.
pretty quick.
I'll just fill up to 5 then. Get
Yep.
off here.
Roger.
Ah. Son of a beeswax.
Return pre-contact. Support rejoin.
Ah.
Not seeing who's observation starboard side. Anybody?
I'm actually at 3.2, so...
Yeah, well, Wolf and I are up about 500 feet.
Oh, okay. I see you guys. Thanks.
Roger. Yeah, bloat's at like 4.9, so I don't need to take any if we want to just get back to the boat.
Okay.
Yeah, the boat's like 67 miles from here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there comes the turn.
I got names up now. They came back.
Yeah, they did. That was strange.
Well, he's retracting the probe on me.
Yeah, so just do your ready pre-contact call again.
Oh,
Ready pre-contact. Cleared
This
contact.
is where voice attack is invaluable for me. So if you guys haven't looked into voice attack, I highly recommend it.
yeah, I was thinking about getting it.
Yeah,
What is
especially.
It's a voice command program, and then there's a plugin called Viacom Pro. Both of them together, I think, are like 20 or 25 bucks. It's relatively inexpensive, but it imports all of the AI comms. So like when I get up behind the tanker, I can just say ready pre-contact, and then it does it. Like I don't ever have to use the F10 menu at all.
Oh, that's handy.
Like especially in VR because it's so awkward to tilt the goggles up and try to find the keyboard.
Yeah.
So like,
So-
uh,
So thanks.
if you're at VR, like it's almost a necessity for me.
Damn it.
My question is, what's the how do you select your radio for that?
But the way I do it is it's got like a simple mode where it just will pick the radio that's tuned to that frequency.
Oh, that's
completely Viacom on that, and then I have a 5th push to talk button.
Yep.
So I have a completely separate push to talk for Viacom, and then that way nobody else has to hear it. You can match it up to SRS where you have to pick the right one, but then everybody hears you saying it. So like that's kind of lame.
Yep.
I'm aborting it. I'm at 3.9 right now.
Yeah, that will be enough. No problem.
Yeah, dude, you're like 80% there, man. I mean, you're solid in there. You get connected. It's just a matter of that fine motor control to stay. Like, don't get discouraged because like you'll be surprised at how fast you
No, I need more practice at it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I say, you're literally like 80% there.
Yeah, for sure. And also, if there wasn't any lag, you'd probably have much better time. And look at that. Roosevelt is just on our nose right now, so I'm rolling out 168.
What's the TACAN frequency?
71 X-ray. And ICLS is 15.
Channel Lot 2, checking out 288, pushing in 128.5.
And what's their frequency?
It's channel 1, radio 1, 128.5.
Thank you.
Ah, there we go. Now I'm actually flying a little bit more aerodynamic. I'm sorry, I was plugging in the TACAN frequency. What did you say the ILS was?
It's 15.
Thank you.
6101.
8,000. Altimeter is 2993. Case 1 recovery. Expected BRC 49er. Report see me at 10.
200.
Now some of that lag has gone away. Gosh, frustrating.
Yeah, it's a common thing with tankers. When you're all sort of together, it starts lagging. If we were all away from it, like 10 miles plus or 15 miles plus, then you'd probably not have much lag refueling. But for some reason, the synchronization between all the players and the tanker really causes issues with frames.
Right. I do apologize. I watched the training video for Tuesday, but I wasn't able to participate. So.
Hey, no problem, man. Well, we'll guide you in. I'm training Red Smoke, so if you want to rejoin my wing,
I'm at least trying to. You're doing 250 or 350?
I'm just slowing down now, by the way, so with that I'm pulling throttles to idle.
Okay. I was looking for your Red Smoke. I was like, am I on blue?
Yeah. I think I'm still trying it. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, idle throttles for now, and just going to descend minus 10.
Well, I think I'm just going to form up with you guys. I don't know what happened to Wolf.
I'm right behind you, man.
Yeah, he's right.
Oh, I was talking to you, weren't responding. Sorry. Okay, we can stay at 2 ship.
202, Marshal 202, holding hands with 207, 023, 024, marking mothers, 345 for 18, low state, 4.
Marshal 207, marking moms 346, 417, Angels 11.5. State 4.5.
I'm going to move to your echelon right.
202, Mother's weather
Yeah, no
is
problem.
visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at 8,000. Altimeter is 29093. Case 1 recovery, expected DRC 49er. Report see me at 10.
202.
I'm coming right. Marshal 202, see you at 10.
202. See you at 10.
Yeah, Marshal 200, see you at 10.
Update state, switch tower.
202. State 4.4.
Altitude. Altitude.
Alright, boys.
Hey.
Let's try and
Well-
switch. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we'll take Angels 2 if you guys want to go 3.
Roger that. Leveling off Angels 3.
I'm sorry, do we normally call in to the carrier ops for getting in the stack?
So you don't need to if you're on somebody's wing. It's the wing. It's the leader's job.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And so my guys, if we could switch to MIDS 31, just so I can chat to you without Discord.
Tower 200.
Okay.
Overhead Angels 1.5. Holding hands with 215. Low state 6.1.
Checking in MIDS 31.
200. Tower, roger. Signal is Charlie. 200.
Okay, check left.
Zero 2-3, comm check, mids.
5x5.
A-firm.
Hooks down.
200 and holding hands with 215.
Hook on one.
Angels 2.
Rolling out 110.
Hook on 2.
Alright, let's go echelon right.
Who's moving over?
202. Overhead
Roger.
Angels.
And whoever's in position for the moment, I can't see your hook.
3's in position, and I do have hook down.
Yeah, you're good. I think somebody can't quite tell. Would that be Disciple?
I advise
You
I
guys
am
going on?
Disciple, and he's got hook down.
Yep,
My
I see
hook's
it.
down, but I can't keep it steady. My stick is acting up right now, so.
Roger, no problem. Check left. So at this point we're we're doing the initial lineup.
Bingo.
And we're going to get into the stack at 3000. And rolling out 025. And checking left 20-degree bank. Marshall 202 established angels free.
200 holding hands with 215 commencing.
At 202 collapsing to 2000. Alright, we're going to stay in this turn, just going to lower our nose down to -5. And we can do this because we've passed position 3, so we are now aft of the boat, and that's where you can descend. And we'll be rolling out on the BRC, which is 049. Although it looks nothing like 049.
200
Oh, no, it seems
3 mile
close.
initial, low state 5.1.
Oh yeah, actually disregard, yeah, it was just my angle. Okay, now we're overhead, starting left turn again for 20 degrees. Off bank. And if you look behind us on our 7 o'clock, they're just about to do a break.
200 in the break.
Yeah, nice.
It only looks like 1 pixel for me. Yes, very pathetic.
We'll get you hooked
5
up.
in the break.
Oh, if you can mute me in Discord, mute or bloat. Sorry.
No problem.
Thanks.
Okay, so once we go to about 230, we're going to make a right-hand turn for 260 really quick. And then we're going to also dump the nose minus 10 degrees and get to 350 at 800 feet. Coming up shortly.
2 and 5 at beam.
2. 3.
02 commencing.
200 order ball, 4 point.
Power, roger. BRC 49er.
Checking it.
It's been a while.
202.
Good job.
I almost collided with you, Wiz. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries, dude. It was kind of a sporadic thing there. Wasn't your fault. I didn't even see you.
Well, in that case,
2
but
and 5
still.
order ball, state 5.7.
I thought the break was at 1,200 feet.
No, that's
Right
just
there.
over the airfield. Over carrier, it's 800.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Sorry for my misunderstanding.
No worries, man.
I'm at state 1.0, by the way.
Roger that. Should give you one good pass, no problem.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm also at 1.4.
Green set. Battles contact.
And rolling out.
Foxtrot, approaching glide path, approaching slope.
202, 3 mile initial.
On center line, approaching slope. Looking good. Beautiful.
Red deck.
That was a OK2 wire.
Alright, gents, all the best. 202 in the break.
Yeah, 2's in the break.
207 in the break.
Green deck.
3's in the break.
Four's in the break.
02 beam.
Paddles contact.
Paddles contact. 202, you're high. Come left.
Go to Hornet Ball 27.
Rocket ball. Still a little high. Bring it down. Bring it down.
Red deck. Oh no, ball jump.
Ball 2.8. You're ready, ball. Come left. A little high, work it down. Wave off, wave off. Aircraft in the grooves, 3/4 mile, call the ball. Little left for lineup. Little high.
Three's cleared bounds.
Two at the night.
Battles contact. We forgot to turn the boat into the wind, so you got 9 knots down the ankle.
Copy.
Three-quarter mile, call the ball.
On the ball, 2.2.
Roger ball. Little right for lineup.
Bingo. Bingo.
Hey, so what's ball?
So the ball is the little lights on the side of the carrier. So it's basically just a confirmation that you can see the lights on there. So the super carrier, you get the little pop-up thing on the, if you haven't turned it off, that kind of shows you if you're high or low.
Okay, and when he said 2.2, what was that number for?
That's your fuel states, whatever your fuel state is. In real life, they've got guys listening, they'll dial in the brakes on the wires for the weight of your aircraft, depending on how much fuel you have on board.
Okay.
It's just, for us, it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of realism type stuff.
Gotcha. Am I good to go in? Oh, I see someone else is going in right now.
Yeah, you're good to go.
That's fucking annoying. Sorry, man. I was
Could you
talking.
guys
I
not
wasn't
hear me
really
over the
coming in.
comms?
No, I wasn't you. I was yelling at the fucking bullshit AI guy.
I did not.
Okay, sorry about that.
No problem. Could you hear me?
I could not hear you just until Disciple started speaking over Discord, so I don't think I've got something set up right.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. No biggie.
I'm still learning on this thing, so bear with me.
We're
No problem.
Oh. Ball 80.
Yep, you're, come left. Easy with it. Little power, little power.
Nope. Just.
Yeah, no problem, man. It happens way more often than you would think.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we can definitely work on that. It's to me the aerial refueling and case 1 are the 2 hardest things to do in DCS.
My landing looked pretty bad.
So we got both of those knocked out tonight. And really there's an F10 menu that you can turn the boat into the wind where the wind's right. So like we don't have anywhere near enough wind over the deck right now, so that makes it even harder than it should be. But
did they turn the verbal effect on for the FA-18?
I don't know.
Negative.
I haven't noticed it.
Gotcha, because it felt, at least like when I was coming in this time, that I actually hit something, because I saw my velocity indicator drop a little bit.
Got somebody coming in. Hold on just a second.
Aircraft in the groove, 3/4 mile, call the ball. 207, warning ball 2.0. Roger ball, come left. You're a little high. Little high, work it down.
Looked like that was a skip.
It was a skip.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Copy.
call ball. 207, 1 ball, 2.7. Roger ball, a little high, work it down. Come left. Approaching center line, still a little high. Full wire, nice job. Is that everybody?
That's everybody.
Turn off the AI guy, because he's fucking screaming in my ear while you're talking to me.
Yeah, I think next time we should probably set like half a megahertz away.
Yeah, typically I forgot to do that. Usually we'll
Me
roll
too.
like 500 megahertz or a half of. We'll go to 128.6 or something instead of 128.5.
Cool. Yeah, this is annoying.
Definitely. And because only the pilot in the groove can actually hear it, like nobody else knows not to speak and stuff. So
yeah, he's like yelling at me, like wave off while I'm trying to land and you're telling me stuff. I'm like, Jesus.
I'm gonna switch machines real quick.
Yeah, I'll unmute you, Wizard.
Well, guys, that was a lot of fun. Disciple, thanks for being our tour guide tonight. Like I say, like Blood said, that was real awesome. You know, having
that was great. Thanks.
Point stuff out, and not just like Blood said. If we were just flying around, we got bored in like 5 minutes. So appreciate it. It was awesome. Good job on the tankers. Case 1 was, we'll work on that, get better at that. As we go. It's like I say, to me, those were the two hardest things for me to learn in the game. So single player missions are great for those, just kind of working on practicing. For Case 1, a bloke can hook you up with a mission that's called Banklers. A guy put it together. It's got like a scoring system that will kind of walk you through the entire pattern, and then when you land, it'll kind of give you some scores based on how you did, and you can see kind of where you were off. And like that's a great way to practice and get better at Case 1. Blood, is that posted in the is it pinned in the training materials?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's pinned in the training materials, and it's straight into a forum post, so you get the newest mission that's compatible with the current version.
Nice. So yeah, I would highly recommend that. If you guys want to work on the Case 1 stuff in the off time. My wife is leaving town Saturday morning, so I'll be around all weekend and all next week. So if any of you guys want to work on sign-offs or training or practice anything, I should be available just about anytime this weekend or any night next week. So just post up in the training requests and I'll be able to. I'm looking to fly a lot this next week. I really haven't been in the cockpit much lately, so it was a lot of fun tonight.
For sure, definitely for me as well. And thank you for joining us.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
I need to finish my check ride. So.
Yep, we can definitely get that knocked out. Well, I'm going to sign off. We'll catch you guys next time.
Hey, just really quick, do one of y'all have a resource for me to go look at for like LSO notation?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Cool. No problem.
Sounds good. Thanks, boys.
Turbine, did you need help? You want me to help you now, or?
Yeah, if you got time.
Yeah, dude.